Hello, hello. We are here for day 2 of Reinvent Your Wealth. Um, oh, sorry. I'm just getting a message from my team. That's something. Want to make sure my volume's okay. Um, Interesting. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. Let me see. I don't know. Well, that's not working. So that one's not going to work. Okay, my team's going to fix that. I'm not sure. I'm not going to focus there. I'm going to stay where I am. All right, guys. Happy Friday. And today is my birthday. So I was so excited I'm not like, oh my God, birthday person for myself so much as I am loving to celebrate other people's birthdays. And it's so cool. One of my nephews was born on the same day as me, like an hour before me, which is really, really cool. And my niece is 2 days before me. So lots of April birthdays. Today is Reinvent Your Wealth, day 2. Yesterday was epic. I mean, it was just, I left feeling I was flying high. We had so many incredible people on. I know we're streaming to multiple platforms and in Zoom. I got all of your beautiful questions, your comments, and the ahas and what you got from yesterday's wealth activation, the clarity that you received from our wealth exercise. So if you did not register for this event, I just want to say we do have an accompanying workbook that goes with this event. If you would like the workbook, which many of you are loving, to do the exercises that like go hand in hand with this, to really understand and shift your frequency to align with that of wealth and to shift out of your money story and change your identity, that's where you want to go. So I'm going to put this here because I know that many were asking for it. And if you're new to me, this is honestly, it's awesome. So I went through it myself as I was creating it. So I'm putting it there if you haven't registered for this event and you're just finding me. And that way you will also get day 1 and day 2 replays. Day 1 was so good. I'm still receiving, I couldn't even get through all of the messages in the most beautiful way. And I love to try to respond as much as possible to all of them personally. And so thank you, thank you, thank you. And I just think it was really incredible how everybody really just showed up and shared and talked about what they were needing. And yesterday, so just to recap, we went through an exercise. So if you are new to me, let me just start there. I am Melissa Catherine. I am a transformational coach. I've been in this space for 20 years. I am a master hypnotherapist, master life coach. I have a background as a certified holistic nutritionist, and I support women truly. I don't want to put, limits on age here, but ideally really 40 and above that are in life transition, that are ready to play a bigger game, that are done playing small and they want to go to that next level. They've had a lot of success. They've created beautiful lives. They're at a point though, where they're looking and they're going, I'm ready for more. There's got to be, is this it? I'm meant for more. And they're also wanting to up level. So we do these events monthly. The theme of this month is wealth, and April is about abundance, and it's reinvent your wealth. And what I talk about is not needing another strategy, but really understanding that what you don't need more to do on your to-do list. What you actually need to do is shift your identity. So then the actions that you then do work for you because they're coming from a place of inspiration and clarity, where you've decided and you've taken any other plan B, plan C, I don't know, ambiguity off the table. So then the universe can match you because your energy is clear. Your dreams, your desires, your goals are clear to you, and you're speaking about them really with the intention of they're happening for me, this by who I be. It's very different than I'm going to do all these manifestation rituals. I'm going to do all the things. I'm going to write my goals every day. And then I'm going to work really hard. I'm going to follow what somebody else is doing. And I'm going to follow this plan, or I'm going to operate and move in life in a way based off of who I was told I'm meant to be. So this isn't about living your life by default anymore. It's by living by your design. And what I see and say all the time is your body is your bank account. You give me a woman who feels good in her body and she will be unstoppable and she will go for her dreams. She will show up powerfully, confidently, and magnetize her desires to her effortlessly. However, so many don't understand the connection with your body being your bank account, that your health is your wealth. And there is a big difference between you dieting and rejecting yourself into having a body that you believe you need to be this size in order to have the success, in order to look the part, in order to blank. And it's the same thing with money. So many operate from, I'm going to get the money, then I'm going to know and really feel wealthy. I'm going to get the body, then I'm going to feel confident. No, you feel confident, then you love this from a place of connection, not self-rejection. And then you align with the frequency and it becomes easy and you start to choose things that are healthy. It's the same thing with wealth. We don't come from the energy of, I need the money. I don't know what's going on. I'm afraid to spend on this, all of this. So today we're going to unravel that. Yesterday was so cool and powerful. Again, if you did not register for the event, I put the link here. That way you can get the accompanying workbook and you will get the replay from day one sent to you. Okay. Day one was really, really good. You can go back and watch it. Trust me, you will love it. It was fire. Like it was incredible. Being now in day two, any questions that you have, let me know. We're going to be doing a wealth activation. I'm going to be giving you insights into how to actually shift your identity with wealth. And so let me just tell you what the lineup here is today, so you know. So yesterday was about your body as your bank account, right? And really understanding what that means. And we went deep and it was awesome and so good. I would love to hear from those of you that were here yesterday, your ahas from day one and doing the wealth exercise. So we do a really powerful exercise that I guided you through where we saw and we allowed your subconscious mind to show you exactly how you feel about money and what your subconscious programming is around money through the visualization that I guided everybody through. And it was so good. It was amazing. And so that was what we did yesterday. Definitely go check out day one. If you wanted to get day one or if you had any problems with that, message me, DM me, email support. We'll get that to you right away. Also, just registering for the event will get you that. So I just want to say you guys were amazing. Today it's about becoming the woman who receives. So we're going to go deeper into the becoming the woman who leads herself, the woman who generates wealth effortlessly, and what the identity of the wealthy woman is and who she truly is. So this is very, very exciting. I have to say, I'm very, very excited because money is tied directly to your worth and how you see yourself. And when we're looking at identity, everything that you experience outside of you is a reflection of your beliefs about you inside of you. So everything, every person, every stranger, every social media, everything is a reflection of what you believe to be true for you and what's available for you. Okay. So once we start to understand that, we also understand that we can change that. So I just wanted to say, for those of you that were with me yesterday, and for those of you that are new, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. And so this is, and the reason why you are attracted to this event more than anything is this is you being a yes to your next level. This is you being a yes to your identity shift. This is you remembering who you are. And this is you coming home to yourself. This is all about a remembering. It's not about needing to be new or different. It's about stripping away everything that's been standing in the way. Big difference. You are not broken. You don't need to be fixed. We are enhancing and bringing you home to you so that you can magnetize all of your desires, your dreams to you by who you be. Because when you're you, when you own your truth, which is what another thing, a very important piece we talked about yesterday, when you own your truth, then everything else falls away and it aligns for you, because the universe is going, oh, I see her so clearly. I see him so clearly. I know who she is. She knows who she is. And she's owning it fiercely. She's in it. She's not trying to be anybody else. She's not questioning. She's believing in the call on her heart. So take a breath with me. Gotta get that breath in, that life force cleared here. And let's just drop back into the frequency that we anchored in yesterday here. On day one, we didn't just talk about money. Okay. We refined it. We redefined it. Okay. You learned, in truth, when we're talking about redefining it, it means we're really understanding what our story was and what we want it to be. So we learn that your body is your bank account, that the nervous system is the gateway for receiving, that if we don't feel safe to receive, we will end up blocking it energetically, right? That wealth doesn't come from doing more, but from being more of you, not me, not anybody else, not who you're comparing yourself to, you in your voice. Your voice is your distinct vocal code that communicates with divinity. Your voice, who you be. There's only one you. We don't want you to be anybody else. And that's also one of the hardest things to do, because since we've been born, we've been taught to conform. So you saw how your subconscious identity has been creating your current results, right? Our subconscious stops forming after the age of 8. Now they're showing that studies show psychologically that it's even going up until at age 14, that all of those identities, all of our beliefs about ourselves from womb until that time is what's dictating how we're operating in the world and what we believe we're deserving and worthy of. So I don't believe that we need to go back into like 100 years of therapy and do all of the unearthing to do. I believe that at this time you can choose to change your narrative, and then it's up to you to reprogram the mind with the repetition of that choosing, and then cement it in with actions that are aligned with that new story. When you do that, watch out how quickly things change for you. It is, I'm about simplification and bringing things back to the basics. Having transformation be seamless, that it doesn't have to be that we have to spend all these years and blah, 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 and all of this. The more we go back into our backstory, we are bringing it into our present energy, which is then creating our future. And that future identity is then aligned still with who we've been. What we want to do is understand, I'm going to take what's been serving me about me and all the identities that I love. Like, I'm a kind person, I'm good at sports, I'm this. I'm just making things up here. I'm going to leave the rest. I'm going to leave the other stories and identities in the way that my family says they see me that hurts my feelings, and the things that I think other people are thinking negatively about me. That's so interesting. I'm going to start looking at my Rolodex, my narrative, and see how much of it is coming from lack and restriction and stories around wealth and making money that are blocking me and stopping me from receiving fully. Because money is an energy. It's an energetic match to your frequency. It is fun. It is playful. It is light. It is expansive. It's meant to be circulated. If you have a cap on how much you think your household can make, or you can make, or your partner can make, and you're looking at that and going, well, I mean, it would make sense that we could go in 10%, or I think if I could get this, you're blocking. If you look and you go shopping and you go, well, I could never shop there, and I could have blocking. If somebody wants to get you a cup of coffee and you're like, I'm going to get you back next week, blocking. Receive, be grateful, give thanks, and see that everything isn't a monetary and materialistic level of frequency and abundance, because money and energy of wealth is all around you in a multitude of ways. But often when we're constantly trying to go here, especially when bills are coming in and you've got debt rising, we drop into a lack state and a fear-based state. And then everything becomes a story that we can't have this, we can't have that. I need to do this, I need to do that. And we get into a do culture up in the head, survival mode, instead of a be culture in the body. Remember, day one, your body's your bank account. When you connect in here, all is well. Create safety in here to receive. Focus on expanding your vessel of receptivity. The law of receptivity is I can give you what you're an energetic match to receive. I can give you what you're in an energetic match to receive. So start to work on that wealth consciousness, raising that number and that support system. This, I gave the example of how so many lottery winners go bankrupt. They never expanded their vessel, i.e., they never expanded their belief, their identity. Okay. So money is energy. We don't think about it this way because as humans, we've created that money is now, the equivalent of a piece of paper, essentially. But the truth is, it's an energetic exchange. And so if we don't value the energy of what we're receiving and what we're giving, again, money will match the frequency. So if you are not valuing your time, your services, or what you provide, then it will be matched according with what and how you view it. So if you're like constantly talking about, I never have enough time for this, I never have enough time for that, I never this, I never that, they never do for me, it's always in a lack space. And money is hearing the frequency of everything that you're talking about that relates back to the frequency of receiving and what you believe is available to you. When you drop into, I have more than enough time, I've always been supported, I've always had money, I've never really been without, I've always found a way, there's always a job, I do know how to make money. There are other ways. Wait a minute, I don't need to. What if money could come to me from unexpected sources on a continuous basis? What if that's what's allowed, right? Bob Proctor always had this beautiful, I was so fortunate to get to study with him for a brief time. And it was, oh my gosh, wait. His main mantra, money comes to me from continuous sources. Avalanches of abundance come to me from multiple sources on a continuous basis. That was what he would say all the time. That was like his main thing. And so it's so beautiful, but really what that does is you're using our words to open up the landscape of receptivity to being so big and beyond what our understanding has been. So when we start to really look at how we're viewing money and how we're viewing our view of spending, you will easily be able to track what that looks like for you. So yesterday when we did the exercise, so I had everybody, I guided them through, again, go back to day one, but I guided them through, if you're dressed up, you're in a bar, you're in a ballroom, you're at an event, and money walks into the room, and we got everybody connected in with themselves. And I said, money comes into the room. What does it look like? What do you want to do with it? What do you want to say with it? How do you feel about it? And what does it look like for you? And it was fascinating because so many people on yesterday were saying, oh, I wanted to dance with it. I wanted to take it home. It was my best friend. Some saw it as a man, some saw it as a woman. It was really fascinating. One woman said, oh, it's too good for me. I'm feeling nervous. And then I asked, is money far away? And once they figured out what the vision was of money, then I said, how does it feel in your body? Because that will tell you what is going on in your nervous system, right? Again, if you don't feel safe to receive, the money won't come to you. So then another woman said, well, I'm feeling nervous. And another said, wow, I just feel embarrassed. And another said, oh my God, I love it. Like I wanted to run up and hug it and tackle it. Right. And so it was really interesting, the different ways. And then I said, is it far away? For some, it was like money was on the other side of the room. For others, it was like, no, I'm sitting on their lap, or they're like right in front of me. For others, it was, I feel like it's this man's too good looking for me. Really interesting, right? Because in her story, she was noticing, right, her worth wasn't aligned. So if you think it's too good for you or more powerful than you, So that's a beautiful exercise. Again, go back to day one, because that's where I taught how the subconscious will show you in images very, very quickly, that especially for those of you that struggle with really connecting in and hearing what the guidance is, or knowing, or you might sit there and as adults and consciously we go, I don't have any problems. I just don't understand why the money's not coming, or why I'm not getting this raise, or why I'm trying all of these things. And I shared an example of one of my clients with her coaching business, and she had been doing everything, but energetically, she believed that if she got more clients in her body, it felt heavy and like a responsibility. So we had to clear it, name it, understand it, and shift the belief. Once we did that, what do you think happened with her launch? No problems. But we had to clear it. And it wasn't something her conscious mind, she could not get it. And she was doing all the strategy. Her business, they were doing all the strategies. She was like, I'm doing everything. She changed all her marketing. She was doing everything. So when that's not working, guys, you have to understand it's not about doing more. It's about, do you actually believe that you are available to receive? Do you have any stories that are tied in? And I often find that our worth is directly correlated with our level of wealth and our stories. They're very interconnected. And it doesn't mean that the most people that are so confident and have all this money love themselves. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about receiving. What is your story around money? They could not feel worthy and deserving in other areas and be hyper insecure. But when it comes to money, they're very confident in their ability to receive. And they are very confident that whatever they're putting out, of course, is going to bring money to them without question. So there's differences. And I just wanted to clarify that, because that was a question that I received and I thought it was so good. And the other thing that I really loved was the number of people that told me that they released years of pressure around money and actually got clear on what was underneath for the first time in years, right? So this is about you getting and really understanding, and what we're going to do today more of is getting clear on the identity that you want to have, because you don't just want more money. You want to trust yourself. You want an overflow. There's a life. There's a sense of freedom, a sense of security, a sense of safety. And you want to be able to lead, and you want to wake up in the morning feeling peace and pleasure and powerful in your life and in your body, and not in fear or scarcity. And that's truly what today is about, because reinvention isn't about creating a new version of you. It's about remembering the truth of who you've always been. Reinventing your wealth is an aspect of that aligns with who you be. And then it's about you walking as her, living as her, and choosing her each day, every single day, multitude of times a day. Okay, so get your workbook. Let's get grounded. Those of you that don't have your workbook, that's okay. I put the link. Go and get it. And I was like, let's gut it. And then you can go along with me. But here's the thing. You don't manifest what you want. You manifest who you are. You don't manifest what you want. You manifest who you are. So wealth is not earned, which seems odd. It's what wealth is, what you are aligned with, what you're aligned with. So did you ever have those people in your life where you're like, well, how does like everything just like things just come for them and it just always works out for them? And I don't understand it, because that's what they believe happens for them. So it does. So wealth equals your worth times the identity that you hold, and then aligned action. You being in your worth, believing, deserving, I'm knowing, I'm here. I am deserving and worthy just because I'm me. I don't need to prove. I don't. I'm here. I've got it. And what is my identity that I hold? And what is the narrative? What is the story? What do I want it to be? If any and all things are possible and money's not an issue, what would you love to experience? How much money would you love to have? And I know everyone's like, I'd love to be a billionaire. Just right now, get a number in your head, really ground in. and understand and start working from that space. I'm not saying don't be a billionaire, but right now, if you're so much in debt, what would just be awesome that your mind can also conceive of? We're not looking to create a pie in the sky vision board that is lovely to make that never happens for you. We want to bring it down into reality with application and aligned energy, right? So I want you to really think about, what would that number be for you? What would feel really good where you're actually like, this is what I'm deserving of. Like, this should be what's happening here. I know we don't love the word should, but this feels good. Like, this feels feasible. Yes, it's like 3-4x from where I am, even 2x, but I could see how I could see how it could happen. Then we want to get grounded in that and understand, are there any limiting beliefs in the way? So what are we going to do here? There are 3 habits of self-made wealthy women. One is they trust their intuition over logic. They trust their intuition over logic. Okay? Because your intuition is going to guide you in a direction that you otherwise wouldn't know, because it's your higher self that's leading you, the version of you who already has your dreams, who already went big, who already did all the things. And it's not going to make sense to your logical mind, because your logical mind is set up off survival and it's set up of who you've been. So that version of you is now creating a future for you that you don't know, and you don't know how to do it. So yeah, you want to listen to your intuition over logic. 1, 3 habits of self-made wealthy women. That's 1. 2, they live in alignment, not anxiety. What I mean by that is they make decisions and they stand by those decisions. They don't second guess. They're not outsourcing their power, asking 100 people for opinions on what they should do. They come from, what is the aligned step? I'm going to get clear with me. Yes, I'm going to listen to my intuition. And I'm also going to ask proper questions. I'm going to do due diligence. I'm going to take aligned action. But I'm going to take action and know that any action forward is going to create momentum. And I will always be redirected to something else. But what I'm not going to do is sit in stagnation. Stuck energy, waiting weeks to make a decision, months putting things off, that is not the self-made wealthy woman. That's a procrastinator. That's the one who doesn't trust herself. That's the one who is stuck and is afraid to make decisions because she actually doesn't have faith. Her fear is running the show. Okay. The 3rd habit of the self-made wealthy woman is she chooses herself daily. And this is from a place of empowered self-prioritization. Empowered self-prioritization. What that means is she gets up, she does her workout, she doesn't put it off. It's important to her. It's her time to ground into herself, ground into her body, release stress, and come home to her truth. She also knows servicing her body is of service to her family, to her business, to whatever she's going to be in the world. She knows she's only as good as she treats the vessel that creates for her at all times, right? She chooses herself in high fuel, right? What I mean when I teach about food being fuel, she's choosing the biggest bang for her buck. What is the most nutrient dense choice that I can make that's going to energize me, fuel my mind, fuel my body, help me to look and as good as I want to feel and get me from point A to point B. She's getting to sleep. She's not sitting up and spinning out or doing this or watching reruns and eating late and, scrolling on social media. She prioritizes herself, her health, which means she prioritizes her wealth. She has a mission, a purpose. She's committed to it. Motherhood, her entrepreneurship, all of the above, but she chooses herself daily. And what that also means is she honors her truth. She says what she means. She's in integrity, and she really chooses to prioritize her health, what's important to her, and her commitments above all else. And that includes whatever she's committed to, but she's not going, Oh, I said no. She's really, really clear on her boundaries. And the example that I was giving was how often, and I know that I had done this, women in our community, where it's like, I really have strong boundaries. I said, I'm not going to go on Wednesday. It just does not work for me. And then the person that they said it to was like, really, we really hoped you'd be there. Or I was hoping you could pick up, do, this or that. And they're like, well, I can't. They start off strong and then they abandon themselves and their boundaries. So the 3 habits of self-made wealthy women: they trust their intuition over logic. They live in alignment, not anxiety, and they choose themselves daily. They honor their boundaries. So wealth is not earned. It is what you are aligned with. Okay. So again, it's your worth combined with identity and taking that aligned action. So your reality is the mirror of your identity. You are not manifesting things. You're manifesting versions of yourself. Okay. So wealthy women lead themselves when they're calm, when they're anchored, and when they're certain. So if you're not certain on the next step, please stop reiterating over and over and telling everybody that you're stuck and repeating internally in your mind that you don't know what you want. Because remember, everything you say in your mind is a direct command. I want you to think of your mind as a computer and you are giving it a Google prompt. You could think of it as ChatGPT. I'm telling you what I need you to do. So when you tell your mind, I'm stuck, I don't know what I want, or I don't trust myself, or anything else that is disempowering or negative, it takes it as truth. And then it, instead of becoming limitless, right, in your thinking and looking at possibility and potentiality and anything we can do, you've now given it a program to go from all of this to this, and then to feed you negative programs. So now it's going to find everything to support your fear, everything to reinforce anxiety, everything to reinforce that you are stuck. And it's going to support in that with not only giving it to you in your 3D reality, but then it's going to signal to your mind, go procrastinate some more, go eat instead, go indulge in those habits that keep you stuck. Go turn on the TV. You don't need to finish that assignment. Go do this. That's how the mind works. So instead, I want you to understand that when you know that you're feeling stuck, you're going to go cancel, clear, delete. No, it's not my truth. I know what I want and I know who I am. I know what I want and I know who I am. This is giving a direct command to your mind, to your soul. Show me. And then you tell your mind, I am excited by, and you start asking yourself, if any and all things are possible, what would I love? What if everything changed for me today? What if everything was possible? What if all of the money and all this, that changed in one moment? Because it really could. All of this fear around money, all of these unpaid bills, all of this debt, all of these things that are mounting, all of that could change in one moment. So what if I know that what I program my mind with and what I drop in with emotionally and feel energetically will align me to the frequency of that possibility, of that potentiality, of that opportunity? Well, then I'm going to go there. And in going there in one fell swoop, in one moment, I can get my mind to redirect and go from this and fear and lack and anxiety open to a realm of anything is possible for me. And then it's going to start going, okay, well, what would I love? Well, I would really love for a random check to come. I would love a book deal. I would love for that job to come to me. I would love to get asked for this. I would love for this to go viral, whatever it is. And now your mind's going, oh, and now you've got 5 different computer tabs open and your mind's firing them off. And these are new tabs based on a new version of you, a new energy coming out cellularly, overriding the negative, creating for you instead of against you. And now this is all open and we've got all these new tabs open and all these new pathways in your brain that are starting to work. Remember, a new belief gets created in 17 seconds. So all of a sudden now we had an old limiting belief and you're going, no, I know what I want and I know who I am. I'm not stuck. I'm good. I know who I am and I know what I want. I'm going to go over here. And all of a sudden, now your mind's going, hey, you know what? Did you reach out? There's this really cool job. What about that girl, your friend Tracy? Doesn't she know somebody? And you're like, why didn't I think of that before? And then all of a sudden, your mind's like, you know what? I'm going to change my resume. That's a good idea. I should put that in. You know what? There's this other person. I'm going to go for a walk today. And then on your walk, you end up getting a phone call or you meet somebody. And that's how it works. In one fell swoop, you can change the trajectory of your day, of that moment, and of being stuck into being excited very, very quickly. Don't allow this to pull you down. Your words are your power and your magic wand. They will create for you or against you. Wealth is a frequency that aligns with you and can change instantly. Bring yourself to levels of gratitude and abundance, and you will shift your energy. Start making a list of all of the things that you already have and all the ways that you've been blessed and all of the amazing things that are available to you, just starting with your health. And you will see how blessed and wealthy you are, and that can shift you. But in that moment right here, I just gave you the magic key to reprogramming your mind, changing a belief, and opening up to potentiality. Okay? That's priceless. Really understand that's how the mind works. You can't get to where you want to go from this way of being and from the version of you that created where you are right now. We have to open up to higher levels. And that's why that's why I said on day one, your body's your bank account, because it's going to connect you intuitively to the version of you that already knows, to divine frequencies, to that energetic alignment. That activation that we did yesterday, those things elevate, right? And so that is so powerful. Don't discount it. And when you align and when you start to thank money, and every time you spend $1, $10, every time money, you are just in such deep gratitude, it must match you. It must match you and raise the frequency. It's like upping the ante. Okay. And you get to do that every day energetically. So I want you to start thinking of everything as a bank account. Every kind thing I say to myself, I'm adding, millions are coming, millions are coming, millions are coming. Every time I'm eating food, I'm looking at what is the most nutritional thing that I can do, because what I am putting into my body is raising my energetic frequency. I'm not eating dead foods. Dead foods are, I refer to them, they're dead foods. They live in bags and boxes. They have no life force. They could last forever. We don't need to water them. They don't need to be refrigerated. They never go bad. Those are dead foods. They're not doing anything for you but degrading your brain, degrading your body, and diffusing your intuitive connection. Anything that is toxic, chemical based, filled with sugar. I'm not saying, guys, like obviously choose your things. I am a nutritionist and a world-renowned intuitive. And I'm going to tell you, the more clear your channel is with more life force energy and more life force from the foods that you have and water and things like that, the clearer your mind, the clearer the antenna, the clearer and cleaner you are in understanding what you're being called to and being a divine match for your desires on a whole other level and forgetting that intuitive connection. That's one of the first things that I teach in our Sacred Success programs. In Reinvention, our first pillars is really working on the body and expanding upon your intuitive gifts. And we do it in Limitless, all of our programs. Why? Because your body's the vessel for creation. We want to live these limitless, expansive, like lives. You all have the ability, but we want to start. I'm here to educate you that the more you clean up what you're putting in this, the higher your frequency, the more you see clearly, the more messages you receive. It just is. And I'm happy to do more videos on that. And we will go into that next month. Next month's event is Reinvent Your Body. And I will be teaching that because I know everybody wants to know what are the best foods to eat for all the things, but staying with this, reinvent your wealth, guys. That's so powerful and so important. Okay. So remember, you don't manifest what you want, you manifest who you are. Done and done. Okay. So, and today, everything is becoming the woman who leads herself. Okay. So let's do, ooh, I like this. We're going to do a little reinvention wealth activation. Okay. on this Friday. As I say this, I'm drinking my matcha with my maca. Okay. I cannot believe it's my birthday. All right. Where has a year gone? I don't know. All right, everybody. We want to uncross our extremities. No hands, all the things. Let's be open channels. And I just want you to listen to my voice. I'm going to drop in a little bit. And we're just going to close your eyes for an internal experience. If you're driving, please don't close your eyes. We would like you to stay alive and just listen in the background. I had one of you message me yesterday that you were in Whole Foods as we were doing our activation and you got all these signs and like everything coming to you. And I was like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. So I want you to just close your eyes and I'm going to just take you in. Take a deep breath in through your nose and really take a deep breath. I want you to feel it in your chest, your belly, your sacral, really filling it up. Suspend your breath. And why I have you suspend your breath, by the way, is for you to just let go of all your conscious worries, doubts, and it helps to drop into the subconscious while we're also calming your nervous system and dropping you into your body. So suspend the breath. Now exhale out through the mouth and slowly, just doesn't need to be a wind gust. We want to go slow and really release. Bring another inhale in. Suspend the breath. And we're really going to activate the frequency. And just focus on this mantra. I am her now. I no longer wait. I walk as her. I lead as her. Breathe that in. I am her now. I no longer wait. This is my time. I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. I'm never too late. I'm never too old. It's all perfect for me. I walk as her. I lead as her. My success is inevitable. All of my desires are here for me. I love me. There is no one else I would rather be. And breathe that in. And just feel that and see what's coming up for you emotionally. And now continuing in that energy, eyes closed, being with yourself and hearing audibly from yourself. We are going to connect in with the frequency of wealth. And connecting in with this frequency, either asking internally, show me wealth. You may feel it, you may see it, you may hear it, you may just know it's with you. And communing with wealth, ask, what does it need you to believe for you to receive? What does it need you to believe for you to receive? What does it need you to believe for you to receive? And just being with that. And being with that, and being with that. And take a deep inhale in. And when you're ready, come back. Oh, so beautiful. Safety and receiving is a distinct block for me. Yes. Yeah. So I would love to know in the comments, what did you see and receive? What did you hear? Ooh, I need to spend more time. Oh, so yesterday I talked about how money is a relationship. And I remember at the time when I had done very well and And then I made a mistake in my business, and I ended up being really worried that I was going to have to go out of business, and it was a really scary time. Especially, I was living in New York City, and I had come from being a very successful in fashion design, marketing, and I had a 12-year career in that. And then I went out in business on my own, and I was the only other entrepreneur in my family aside from my father. And I was just very committed that I would make it. And I felt so much guilt and shame. And I thought, oh my God, I really messed up here. And I was so petrified. And I was like, how am I going to pay my bills? And I really had to work on my relationship with money. And I had not really understood that I wasn't fostering a relationship. And all the money that came in, I was just I was grateful for it and I was appreciating it, but I wasn't really understanding my numbers. I wasn't really fostering the relationship, understanding wealth, learning about it, growing it, investing it, appreciating it. I was just kind of like, it's not that I wasn't appreciative. I wasn't gregarious with I was just like, yeah, money. Like I've never been as motivated. Like money is not my motivator. My motivator is our experiences, learning, growth. And so that was really important to understand about myself. But yeah, safety and receiving, and then safety and receiving and knowing that you're going to do good with it. So I had to build that back up, Taryn. So that's beautiful. And I hope in this event and attending this, you have fostered that. Obviously, we go deeper in Limitless Academy. We obviously very much work on this in depth in Reinvention, our 6-month transformational experience and immersion. Thank you, Erin. But I'm really hoping that this event was highly supportive in that. That was the purpose of it. Really wanting to help, women that are really driving and wanting to grow in wealth, grow whatever, whether they're entrepreneurs, wannabe-preneurs, pivoting in their career, have side hustles and moms and just wanting to bring in more in the household. So Erin, I am worthy. That's what money told you. Oh girl, so beautiful. And so guys, how did that feel? How did that feel? And what else did you receive? So these are 2 other really potent questions that I want you to ask. And please continue sharing in the chat. Beautiful. What is one decision you can make today from the wealthy version? What is one decision that you can make today from the wealthy version of you? Thank you, Elaine. Thank you so much. What is one decision that you can make today from her? Just one. This doesn't have to be, but what is one? I want you to write that down. And this is very potent. Are you guys ready? What am I done tolerating that is not aligned with my wealth identity? What am I done tolerating that is not aligned with my wealth identity? It's really, really important that you know that, because that's where and then it's setting a boundary, right? And honoring that boundary. Like, I'm done tolerating, always not having enough each month, or I'm done tolerating not paying my bills on time and then getting the late fees. I'm done tolerating not really knowing my numbers, or I'm done tolerating spending frivolously or just buying things that I don't need, or right. So whatever that is, what are you done tolerating that's not aligned with your wealth identity? And that's very, very powerful. And in just doing that one action and owning the energetic boundary, what you're saying is, money, wealth, I honor you, I honor myself, and I'm done doing it this way. Therefore, I'm expanding who I am in my identity. And so what I'm desiring has to start to match me. Different things are happening for me because I'm changing who I be, right? I'm changing who I be. I've identified something that I'm doing that is not aligned with who I'm choosing to be. And therefore, I'm embodying this higher level version. Do you see what we're doing? We're not just conceptualizing. I'm so committed to getting everybody out of the self-development trap of endless ingesting of information without taking action and their life not changing. We have to really stop this. I know that social media is like a beautiful place to learn and grow, but if you're not actually applying anything, then you're just going to feel like you've done all this stuff and you're not ever getting anywhere. But the truth is, you haven't done a lot of stuff. You're just ingesting a lot. Just take one thing and commit to it and act in it and commit to that transformation. Like I really, that's why I'm so committed to simplifying and then holding you to the application and the embodiment so we can get out of this, constantly like, I read this and then I learned from this podcast. And it's like, you got to pick your poison. Pick like 1 or 2 people you're learning from, dial it down, cut it out, commit to the goal that you want to have. And that one thing you really want to change, that will be all the things for you. And trust me, the rest will up level with you. I promise. Right? Okay. So I wanted to tell you for my birthday, I'm so excited. We are offering Limitless Academy for only $44, guys. Limited time. It goes away on Sunday. This is for my birthday. I'm going to put the link here. It's like 85% off. We do it one time a year. I'm so excited. This is our online membership. There's no contract. You can join. If you don't like it, I'm not like one of these that like, I'm trying to trick you into something to stay. It's so incredible. I love it in there. Be surrounded by other like-minded people. I'm in there. I teach once a week live. You're in my energy. We do transmissions, Q&A, all the things. The actual Limitless Academy membership has an 8-week Limitless Body course in there, self-concept workbooks, and then it's got all of our trainings. So you can actually go through the course modules. And again, if you don't like it, by all means, you can go. But check it out. I'm telling you, if you have been looking for something to upgrade mind, body, and life, this is our Life, Mind, Body Mastery membership. And I do intuitive coach. I mean, it's so good. I can't say enough things about it. I'm just obsessed. I'm obsessed. But I'm going to put the link here. And the other thing that I wanted to tell you is for those of you, I believe you got the workbook, or you register for the workbook. That is not what I'm looking for here. Here it is. Okay. I am so over, I don't know why these aren't just in here. Here you go. Okay. I'm going to put this here. There's something that they're saying. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to answer all the questions. Okay. So I'm coming back. I'm going to put the link here. And then the other one that we have is Reinvention. This is our 6-month membership program. And 6-month membership. This is our 6-month high-level transformational program. It's incredible. I've never seen anything like it. And this is truly for the woman. I'm just obsessed. It's for the woman who is really ready for her life, her body, her bank account, her business, right, to dramatically look different in 6 months' time. And this is a intensive immersion, and it's in group. It's private with me, high level of accountability and support. It's epic. It's amazing. The women in there, it's highly curated. It's an intimate group. It's by application. But if you apply and we get accepted, you will also get my Love Your Body, Lose the Weight program, which is around like $3,000. It's $2,997 included, so that you can, that is our globally recognized program for helping women to release weight without dieting, heal their relationship with food, their body, and truly transform that experience within themselves. It is amazing. I love it. I did it for so long. It's one of my coveted programs. So we wanted to create the ultimate package in honor of my birthday, but really to say thank you to you. So we took our 2 top sellers, put them together, and we are making it available to you. I'm going to put all of those links here. I just want to say again, guys, thank you so much. These questions are amazing. So let me do this. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. You guys are awesome. I know. I don't know why the links are here on Zoom. This is kind of bizarre. The links are here on Zoom, but and then I'm seeing, you're saying you can see them. Obviously, you can't on Instagram. Let me put this in here. That's really weird because my team had preset that. Hold on. Let me go back. And I know, okay, let me answer that. Carrie, our reinvention program, so it is an intimate group. This isn't, I just put the links there for you guys. So you can look at Love Your Body, Lose the Weight, the reinvention program, and Limitless Academy. So with reinvention, you would just, all you're doing is going to get on a call. So there's no, unless you're like, I am ready to go. That is something that we do. I like to talk to you. I like to understand what your goals are, what you're interested in, to make sure it's a really good fit, because it's a beautiful program. And we have an awesome group of women, and I'm just really into wanting that energy to be there. If the application all goes well, then, and you get accepted, then you would get Love Your Body, Lose the Weight in conjunction with that, and you would have both for life. Limitless Academy is $44. This is our online membership program. It's amazing. I put all the links here. If you have any questions, or you need the links, or you're not seeing them where you are on whatever platform we're on, and all the socials, just DM me and I can send them through. Not a problem at all. And the primary difference with great question. The primary difference with Limitless and Reinvention is Limitless is our ongoing membership program. It is a lower investment. It is for the awakened woman. And it's like, I like to think of it as you come each week and you get your tune-up, right? They get questions answered. You're in community of like-minded women. We have, there's all different. It's truly around upgrading yourself, living limitless, thinking limitless, reprogramming your mind, shifting your identity, healing cellularly, and really coming from a place of I am awakened and I'm choosing to open up to what I'm desiring, like what I want to be true for me. And having the guidance, the coaching, the support, and the community is epic. And that's what's there. And there's resources, but it's more of a, you do it as you go, meaning that's not like hands-on, right? It's a membership. So, they have, everybody talks in there and different things, but it's a membership. The higher level investment, Reinvention, is a lot of me, and a lot more intensive, streamlined. It's a 6-month course curriculum. The first half is around identity, and the second half is mirroring that with really getting clear on your purpose, your mission, your business, and getting clear on that identity so that everything that you build, everything that you do is all aligned and cohesive, and really coming from the energy of, I don't need a strategy. It's who I be. My success is inevitable. I know it. And I'm very clear on where I'm going. So I'm very clear on the actions that I'm going to be taking. And I'm very clear on what I'm going to be doing. And I'm very confident in myself and being out there, putting myself out, whether you're in a corporate company, whether you're wanting to start something, whether you're new to it, whether you're wanting to pivot. It's where I am so grounded in who I'm being and my end vision. I've crafted it, not based off of who I've been, not based off of the life that I've lived, not based off of my past, but based off of, if anything and all things are possible, what would I absolutely love? Not based off of limitations around money, education, age. No, any and all things are possible. So when we build an identity from what's truly on your heart and who you truly are, that makes you uniquely you and what you really want, not what you think you want, not what your partner wants, not what is feasible, not what makes sense with the kids, not what would work with the resume and the credentials. No, who you really are and what you really want, then the sky's the limit. And then we can start to actually create the life. But everyone's doing it backwards. And then they're getting a mixed bag, and then they're getting caught living a life in another 5 years, 10 years going, where they're like, I wish I just wouldn't have been afraid. And I wish I would have taken the time to actually ask myself who I am and what I really wanted, so that I could have spent the last 10 years building a life that brought me to where I want to be, instead of me having to backtrack and start over again. And what I will say over and over is, I cannot tell you the number of women that we have, that I've been speaking with, that even brought me to this. I've been really, really going heavy with identity, self-concept work for the past 3 years now. And I can tell you the number that come to me and actually have no idea who they are. They go, Melissa, I have no idea, aside from being a wife or a mom, or I built this business and I don't even think I wanted it. I just thought like I needed to do it, or I needed to prove myself, or I actually, when I was younger, or I went the route of getting this job. No, we have to stop living life by default. And the invitation for women now is that we can go so high together, but we want to do it from a place. And trust me, I'm somebody who did it. I built an entire thriving, almost 7-figure business. And I was sitting there and I was like, oh my God, I created my own golden handcuffs. And I got diagnosed with cancer, and I built it in this masculine energy, and I built a business based with coaches that were very much like very masculine, and very much, I wasn't clear on my vision. When I started my business, I was like, I just want to help people, and I have a story, and like, I want to live from anywhere. And like, that's beautiful. But I didn't have a clear vision. And I really see there's so much power. It doesn't mean you have to be locked and loaded in just this. You like create it. Then you're like, I love this and something more. But I have seen the power firsthand and within myself, that it's not about just sitting and manifesting and vision boards and like rituals. It's like nothing will happen. Like if you're not actually aligned and taking action, if you just keep sitting there with these ambiguous goals, like I want wealth and I want to be like happy and I want peace. Like what is peace to you? What is wealth to you? What is extraordinary? What is that for you specifically? What is your ideal body? What is this level of money that you want? And so I say that because I don't know why this is going off. Because we're at time. I say that because if you don't know, the universe can't meet you. You get a mixed bag because you're not clear. And then you end up building a lot of life and living a lot of life based off of who you were told you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to have, what you think you're supposed to have, and you trying to fit yourself into a box that was never intended for you or any of us. So now the question is, start questioning, start asking, why do I believe what I believe? Do I like everything about me? If I don't, I get to change it. That's the beauty of reinvention. You get to do it at any time. And it's not about a death of you. And it's not about you not liking you. It's about going, actually, for the first time, I'm really so excited to be all of me. I'm so excited. And I understand that too. And why I created reinvention is because that can come with a lot of fear, especially if you are a mom, if you have a partner and you're going, I'm afraid that if I'm all of me, that they might not like me. I'm afraid that if I actually step into this, that I'm going to lose the people that I love, or they're not going to understand me, or I was told my whole life that me is too much. So I need to really, but all of this dampening down and all of this fear is one, doing a disservice to the people who love you, because they're not really getting to know the real you, are they? You don't even know you yet. Two, it's not giving them the opportunity or actually having faith in them that they could rise to meet you and that they would actually love this person, or that they've maybe seen her all along and have wanted more of her. And then the other is assuming that people would be jealous or upset or whatever is just a fear mechanism that our mind creates to stop us and to keep us playing small instead of becoming who we're meant to be. And so I also know that it can be really scary. And as I've reinvented myself multiple times, which, I talk about often, it's really helpful to have somebody that sees you, that believes in you, that's guiding you, and that you're actually in a container where you get to really, really take the time. And we never take the time when we're building a business, raising kids in partnership. We always want to, and we piecemeal it, and we get these ahas and these breakthroughs, and then something comes up. And there will always be something that comes up. And there will always be a reason why now is not the time. And there will always be a reason, but really ask yourself, am I willing to continue living that way for another 5-10 years? And would I rather do the thing now Or do I want to look back at me 10 years from now, wishing that I just wouldn't have thought that I was too old, not thin enough, not pretty enough, not smart enough, didn't have the money, blah, 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 because there's always a way. If you have a desire, it was meant for you, and God will lead you. I promise you that. God, universe, source energy, whatever you believe in. So definitely check out Reinvention. There was something that called on your heart today. If that is you, then I'd love to meet you. Your soul is always speaking to you and guiding you to what you need. None of this is by accident. You're not just here by happenstance. There is something that's pulled to you. Join Limitless. Stay in this energy. Don't stop here. Let's go higher together. Join Reinvention for those of you that are all in on dramatically shifting and are ready to go big and are really, really sitting there going, oh no, like 6 months from now, I want this, this, and this. Well, we're going to go there. We're going to do it together. We're all going to rise higher and go all in on you. Who better than to bet on? Invest in yourself. And watch what happens when you take that bold step, because the universe will rise, the money will come, the body, it happens. It's happened so far for everybody that's joined Reinvention. It's fascinating, and it would happen for you too. So I love you all. I'm going to go. It is my birthday, and I have plans. So I'm going to go. I love you, and I can't wait to meet you. Oh my God. All right, we have Jessica. I'm so glad. I can't wait to meet you in Limitless, a new Limitless member. Sarah, can't wait. Sarah, wait. I said Serena. Oh, I had a high school friend named Serena. Serena's this year. Oh my God. This is so exciting. Okay, everybody. So I'm going to say on Lisa. Okay, guys, when you come in, I cannot wait to meet you. And we will do all the intros because I will be with Limitless on Monday. And I love you all so much. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Please let me know if you love this event. Definitely make sure to get on my email list, subscribe to always know we do these events monthly. And I also share things on my email list that nobody else gets. And everybody's going to see that who's on there today. But I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Deeply honored. This was the best. And I will see you in the next event. All my love. Bye, guys.